All right, folks, it's Sherman Ray. This is the Livin in Vegas podcast. Time to get this road going. Let's go. Hey, and welcome everybody. This is Sherman Ray. This is the Livin in Vegas podcast. Trying to get my mouth working early this morning. I want to welcome you all to the show this morning. Happy 4th. May the 4th be with you. Okay, so that's not, Star Wars, but it's close, and it was the original. So I want to welcome all of you folks to the show, especially if you're watching us on Facebook or you're watching us on YouTube or something like that. We've got plenty of places that you can actually check out the show. I'm your host, Sherman Ray, the publisher of Livin in Vegas magazine, where we talk about the people, the places, the trends, the events that shape the city of Las Vegas. And I want to give a shout out to our friends Sylvester and Paula. They are the founders of the Large Vision Business Networking Mixer Expo. We were at their event last night. We'll talk a little bit about that as the show progresses. And we had a great time. We really did. I want to thank all the people that were very nice to us as we were there. We met a lot of people. We're going to get back with you today. Don't worry about it. We will actually get back with you today. It's we're lucky here, folks. We're very lucky here that we've got such a great following. We've got a wonderful family of people. I got to see some folks, and I wish I was able to bring the pictures up with me. But one of our old friends, one of our old dear friends, her name's Amy Jo, and got to see her last night. Again, didn't get a chance to talk to her. I was taking some photos during this event we went to last night, and I did get to take pictures of her. I've not even seen Amy Jo literally in a couple of years. So she's been dealing with some family things. She's back out. So hopefully, folks, will be able to bring her on the show because she's just fantastic. If you're on our Facebook channel, I want to welcome you here. I'm actually looking at our channel right now. And so if you go online, we'll actually be able to see it. Don't know if we're going to be able to do the entire show here today, folks. You'll definitely be able to see the show in its entirety on our website at livinvegas.com. And definitely you'll be able to see that. Or you can actually, I think what's going on, Spotify now is carrying our entire video also. So you can actually do the audio, or you could do the video. And I don't know why they started that. I'm so excited that they did because we were. So you're able to see them both, but you definitely are able to see the entire video on our website at livininvegas.com. And speaking of livininvegas.com, check out our magazine. I really encourage you to go over there and check out our magazine. It's a fantastic magazine. You can actually download the entire thing. Yeah, you can download, or you can watch it. I mean, you can actually go online and you can actually see the magazine online and share it with your friends. You can take it with you on your phone. I've got my cell phone here with me, and you can actually download it to your phone if you want, and you can read it at your leisure. That's my new word, folks. And you have to say it that way. You have to say it at your leisure. Just go to our website at livininvegas.com and do that. Or, folks, and this is something I've not mentioned this in a while, but if you'd like to have us email this to you, just send us your contact information. I think it's pretty easy. What do they have to do? Oh, you've got to send it to, I want to make sure I don't screw this up because I did this yesterday. I know. I hit the wrong button yesterday. info@livininvegas.com. Yeah, I actually need somebody here. If you want to volunteer and you want to be a part of the show, teach how to do podcasting, video production, that kind of stuff, I need somebody to do this. I really do, because sometimes I get very confused. And because I speak so much, I can get confused on all the buttons. I got a bunch of buttons in front of me here. It makes it tough. What were we talking about? Oh, we were talking about if you would like us to email you our show, get on our newsletter, send me your information at info@livininvegas.com. That's info@livininvegas.com, and we will definitely put you on our mailing list. Now, I asked somebody about this. So a lot of you get our newsletter. We have a newsletter we put out every single day. Not every once in a while. We put it out every single day. And yesterday I was at an event, the Large Vision Business Networking Mixer, and it was over at Queensridge. So we were over at that event. Okay, we can take this down now. Okay, let's go ahead and take that down right now. Okay, so I asked somebody yesterday who gets our newsletter, and she came up and she saw me. She recognized me at the, actually Linda and I, we were both there at the event last night. So she recognized us and said, "Hey, how are you guys doing? Chit chat." So I asked her, I said, "Hey, do you get our newsletter?" She goes, "Yeah, I get it every single day." I go, "Oh, okay, well, great," because I want to find out. So I asked her, I said, "Well, is it too much? Are you getting way too much of our newsletter?" Because you never know. I mean, you have to take a sound, you have to find out from the people themselves. Are you getting too much? Is it not enough? Can we add some things, that kind of stuff? So I want to find out from her. And so what she's told me, she goes, "No," she goes, "it's perfect." She goes, "I get it every day." And I said, "Well, how do you like it? How do you like the content?" She goes, "Sure, this thing is fantastic. It is fantastic. I love what you put out there." And she asked me to add a few things because she wants it more. She actually wants more content. I thought, you don't know. Sometimes you just don't know what you're getting out to people unless you get some feedback. And I need constant feedback because I have a low self-esteem. Yeah, my wife probably will say, "No, you don't." But I do. I actually have a very low self-esteem. Most people who are in television, that's why we do this, because we have such a low self-esteem. So we're out there all the time. "Love me, love me, love me, just love me." Like Sally Fields, "You really love me." Okay, so so she told me that no, I don't mind it at all. Send it out, keep sending it out. So we will continue to do that. The same thing with our podcast. We've had many people who've said, "Sherman, I watch your podcast all the time." And thank you thank you, all you folks who watch our podcast. You share our podcast, you subscribe to our YouTube channel, you do all the things that you do. It really is an encouragement. It lets us know that what we're doing is the right thing, and we're letting you know all about Vegas. Okay, so that's really what it's all about. It's about the people, the places, the trends, the events that shape the city of Las Vegas, and we want to continue to bring that to you on a constant basis. Okay, so let's get right on with the show. We'll get to some of the commercials and stuff like that in just a second, but we'll so Mother's Day is actually coming up pretty quick, folks. And this is actually my mom. So this is my mom. She just passed away a little over a decade ago. My mom passed away. Actually, almost a decade. No, it's coming up on a decade that my mom passed away. And so Mother's Day is coming up Sunday, which is awesome. Do I look like her? I do. I do. So, other than you can't see her mustache, but no, she doesn't have a mustache. But Mother's Day is coming up Sunday. What are you planning for Mom for Mother's Day? Okay, I hope you're planning something great for Mom because she deserves it. And also today is actually another great day, folks. It's called Star Wars Day. Yeah, May the 4th be with you. Can you imagine that? It's Star Wars Day. Who would have known that today is like a holiday to celebrate Star Wars? There's going to be all kinds of things going on for Star Wars Day. I believe in Henderson. Drinking a little of my coffee. In Henderson, they're actually going to be showing, I think, at least a couple of the. I don't know which episodes they might be showing or what they're going to be showing, but they're going to be actually doing part of the Star Wars getting with the Star Wars festive nature over on Water Street. They've got a huge screen that I think it's like 40 feet. It's huge. It's just a huge screen that they're going to be showing some of the stuff on, Star Wars stuff. I believe it starts about 9 to 4 o'clock out in Henderson. So the city of Henderson is going to be doing that. So if you really want to celebrate the Star Wars, the whole Star Wars thing, and I'm reminded of my brother-in-law Bernard. We call him Bernard. He's a jazz guitar player, plays for a band called Osmosis. Yeah, they play out sometimes they're in Lake Las Vegas, sometimes they're here in town. But Osmosis is a great band that he's playing with. He and his wife, Tina, my sister-in-law, are Star Wars fanatics. As a matter of fact, they used to have a shrine, and I know some people still do this. They have a shrine to, could be Star Wars, it could be to, Star Trek. It could be, people have shrines to these things, and my brother-in-law is one of those people who and I think he still does. He's got a guitar room where he keeps a lot of this stuff, and that's my brother-in-law. But today, May 4th, in addition, we're going to talk about there's another national holiday here today too, but it's one of those days. So we'll be back in a second, folks, and we'll talk a little bit more about what's going on in the city of Vegas. Hi, I'm Sherman Ray for Livin in Vegas podcast. Are you a business owner that's looking to get the word out about his product, service, or even just a great message out there? Well, we'd like to give you that opportunity by being a guest on Livin in Vegas podcast. It's super simple. All you've got to do is contact us at advertising@livininvegas.com. That's advertising@livininvegas.com, and we'll schedule you for an interview on Livin in Vegas podcast. I'm Sherman Ray for Livin in Vegas podcast, where we talk about the people, the places, the trends, and the events that shape the city of Las Vegas. We'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye. And yes, we do, folks. We actually talk about the people, the places, the trends, the events that shape the city of Las Vegas. When you think of Vegas, folks, think of living in Vegas, you think of living local. That's really what we're at. We're all about local happenings. And as a matter of fact, last night I was mentioning this before, we were at an event last night, the Large Vision Business Networking Mixer, and it was over at Queensridge. Many of you may not know this, but over at Queensridge, which is located on Fort Apache, it's kind of just up the hill from Alta, between Alta and Charleston, right across from Boca Park, west of Boca Park, is an event center that is back there, where they have weddings, they have all kinds of really cool things that are out there. And it's called the Queensridge Event Center, I believe it is. The owner, oh my gosh, what is her name? I just saw her again last night too. Really super sweet lady. They had a fashion show last night. As a matter of fact, we're going to be talking to one of the girls who was in the fashion show. Actually, I met two of them. Their moms were there. And so, have you ever heard of these pageant moms? Oh no, this lady she loves her daughter. And her daughter, based upon what she's done in life, is a younger version of the mom. Because the mom is a rock star, because she's very, she's just very out there. This is my daughter. She's the best. She's there, blah, blah, blah. And the daughter comes up, and the daughter is just a stunt. One, she's beautiful, just a beautiful girl. But number two, the things that she's done in her life at the tender age of 16, you're going to want to hear her story. As a matter of fact, I got her card here. Her name is Valeria, I believe it is. Vasilia. Okay, this is actually her card. Can you see that, folks? Because I'm going to turn that this way just a little bit. Her name is Vasilia, and we'll be doing an interview with her. Looking really forward to that. I want to make sure I kept her card here with me, because I'm going to give her mom a call today, so we'll talk to her. A lot of things going on, folks. I mean, tons of things here. I'm hoping that I get to at least most of the show today. I don't know if I will, but we definitely want to get to at least part of it. Really important thing that happened yesterday, Michelle Fiore. Many of you know who Michelle Fiore is. Michelle Fiore is a city councilwoman. She used to be an assemblywoman. And I probably shouldn't have put that picture up there. She has a bottle of Dom in her hand. But Michelle got in a car wreck yesterday, and so let's go and take that down. Yeah. So Michelle got in a car wreck yesterday at about 9:15 last night. Yeah, last night she got in a car accident. She was over near Centennial Parkway in Tenaya, which is actually up near where her place is at. And her campaign manager, Rory McShane, great guy, released a statement, said, hey, the car, that she had been injured. She had several broken bones, concussion, contusions. But the police, they released her last night. Now they said that the car, it happened Monday night. Sorry, I'm so sorry. It happened Monday night. Tuesday, it happened Monday night at 9:15. She was released that morning, and was released Tuesday morning. And they asked, was she going to be at her regular city council meeting, which would be today, because they meet on Wednesdays. She said that if the doctor will let her go, because she's a rock star. She really is. She's a very forceful person, very out there. If you're thinking about somebody who can get things done, that's Michelle. She's just that kind of person. So if she can get out of bed, she's going to get out of bed. We'll find out what happened to her. She's just great. She's also running for Secretary of State or Treasurer. So I think she's running for Treasurer. We'll keep her in your thoughts and prayers, folks. Would you? Yeah, because it's Michelle Fiore. She's had a tough go. And interesting enough, there's a story about something that's going on in her area. Michelle Fiore is actually the city council woman over Tule Springs area. And there's a 40-acre parcel of land that they're going to be transforming into the regional park, Tule Springs Regional Park. And so they're going to be doing all kinds of stuff. It's going to be near the 215 Beltway in Revere. And it'll be about quarter the size of the Craig Ranch Regional Park, but twice as big as Aliante National Discovery Park. So for those of you who may not know where this is at, it's really it's the northern side of the valley on the east side of the 95. So if you drive out the 95 and you keep driving and you get past anything, it's on the right-hand side of the road. So that's really where that whole Ward 6 is at. It's where Aliante Station is at, Tule Springs. See, when I was a kid, interesting thing about it, when I was a kid, Tule Springs, and many of you who've lived here for any length of time, and you've probably had to live here for quite a while, and to remember this, Tule Springs, which is now called Floyd Lamb National Park, used to be out of town. It was out of town. So unless you really had a reason to go out there, which would normally be to get out of town, that's why you would go out to Tule Springs. Now Tule Springs, I just rode my bike there Friday. Yeah, I was just because I wanted to take a different route coming back to my home. And I saw Tule Springs. I'm thinking, I remember when I was a kid, this was a day trip. Oh yeah, you would pack your lunch, pack the car, throw the kids in there. You'd go out to Tule Springs. Now Tule Springs is actually part of basically the northern half of the city of Las Vegas. But it is inside. It's still in town. The same thing with the airport. The airport, when I was a kid, was out of town. I mean, you would, once again, pack the cars, pack the lunches. We're going to the airport because it was a day trip. Now the airport is just right down the street. So 40 acres is going to be redeveloped into the Tule Springs Regional Park. Be one of the city's largest parks. They're going to have all kinds of stuff there. They're going to have basketball courts, softball fields, trails, shade areas, that kind of stuff, and should be very cool. I mean, I think that's what a great thing that's going to be going on. Let's have another announcement here. We'll be back in just a second, folks. something like that. Also, folks, if we're starting a campaign called Club 44. Many of you probably heard about it already. Club 44 really is all about Livin in Vegas magazine becoming a print magazine. And we're looking for 44 business owners who would like to join us, we call these folks early adopters, founders, part of an exclusive fraternity of business owners who are going to join with us, linking arm in arm with us here at Livin in Vegas magazine to create our first print magazine. What you can do, folks, if you want to be a part of Club 44, all you've got to do is contact us at info@livininvegas.com. It's info@livininvegas.com. We'll send you all the information that you need to get to join Club 44. It's really an exclusive club. I mean, it really is. It's an exclusive club, and not everybody's going to be a part of it because it's only going to be offered one time. And if you want to be a part of Club 44, contact us at info@livininvegas.com, and you will help us become a print magazine. Okay? So I really encourage you to do that. What else we're doing here? Oh, yeah. Okay. So today is actually National Bike Month. Okay? So it's National Bike Month, and the city of North Las Vegas is actually going to be doing all kinds of things, which is actually pretty cool. I mean, I think it's actually very cool that they're getting involved in turning Las Vegas from a strip city, which we will always have the strip, we'll always have the gambling and all that kind of stuff, but into really a really well-rounded city of Las Vegas, which is in the city of North Las Vegas and Las Vegas. We really consider them all a part of the city. So RTC, we'll actually leave a link to this too on our website at livininvegas.com, where you can actually find out all the events that are going on to celebrate National Bike Month. Okay, many of you know I ride a bike. I ride pretty much every day. I haven't ridden actually the last couple of days because it's been so windy. It's just crazy windy here. But there's going to be all kinds of events going on. We're going to have bicycle safety and maintenance events in Summerlin. So that's actually in about another 2 days. So it'll be Tuesday, I believe it is. May 13th, there's a community ride through downtown Las Vegas, which is pretty cool. It's on a Friday. So there's all kinds of stuff. I will leave a link to this on our website. So let's do that. Can we leave a link to that? On our website. And you can actually download the RTC app, all kinds of cool stuff. So this is on the RTC website where you can actually check out a lot of the stuff that's going on. I wonder if our friends over at Pro Cyclery are doing anything. I'm going to call them up and find out if they are, because they should. I think they should. We're friends with a lot of these bike owners, and I think these guys are just doing a fantastic job of checking out all kinds of things that are going on. How much time do we have? How much time do we have here, folks? Oh, I got a couple minutes. So many of you heard about the guy, and I'm going to preface this by telling you we're going to show you that picture again. Yeah, I know. There was a picture that there was a barrel found out at Lake Mead, and so if you're squeamish, you're going to probably want to look away. I'm going to give you just a couple more seconds because there was actually, it's kind of a sensitive picture, but because there was actually a body found inside of the barrel. Now this barrel had been out in Lake Mead for quite a while, so I'm going to show it right now, and we'll just show it for just a couple of seconds, and we'll keep going. Okay, here we go. 1, 2, 3. Here we go. So there was actually a barrel. This barrel right here was found out at Lake Mead earlier this week, and when they discovered it, they said, "Oh my gosh, there's a barrel out there," and there's a body inside of the barrel. So I don't know if you can see that, but okay, we're enough of that. So they're continuing to find out more information about this barrel. They didn't know if it was who the sex of it was, and they're trying to identify who and what and how. Well, they've got some more information about this barrel and the person inside of it. They have determined that it's a male, and that this male had been shot. So the person, it looks like it's a murder scene. And also, they believe that originally that the estimates were that this barrel had been out there since the 80s. They're saying based upon the clothing that they're seeing on the person is probably from the 70s. So the barrel had been out there since the 70s because of the way the guy dressed. Kind of dresses like me. So it had been decayed, that kind of thing. Interestingly enough, out at Lake Mead, there was actually another barrel that was found out there. I'm going to show you this picture also. Okay, another barrel was found out there, probably 100 yards away from the first barrel. One of the news crews that was out there happened to be out there doing the story, and they saw this barrel out there also. They poked a hole in it because they're thinking, oh my gosh, one murder, two murders. And this barrel right here was empty, though, thank God. Oh my gosh. Oh, isn't that crazy? So they're still doing more, and what they're believing is that because of Lake Mead's water level going down, we'll do the next story on it too. Because of the water level of Lake Mead going down because of drought and water consumption, that kind of stuff, they said they're probably going to be finding a lot more stuff out there. More than likely, they're going to continue to find things out there because now the water level has gone from 1,050 something feet to much lower than that right now. So it's getting hairy out there. Let's do another story on the lake situation. This is Lake Powell. So we thought that we were the only place that actually has a bathtub ring. No. Lake Powell has the same sort of thing going on over where they're at. Over at Lake Powell, they are really fearful that they're not going to be able to continue to keep the Glen Canyon Dam. They've got a hydro power plant over there. So what they're going to be doing is they're going to be actually holding back about 480,000 acre feet of water in Lake Powell to maintain the Glen Canyon Dam's ability to produce hydropower for millions of people, homes, businesses in the region. Okay, so that's basically as the article was saying, they said that's basically enough water to serve 1 million people or to 1.5 million average households annually. So they're trying to hold back that water in anticipation that things are going to get worse before they get better, and they need to figure out some things to solve this issue. Now, we here in Las Vegas, we have been very, very good with our water. I mean, there's no doubt about it. We've been really good. They've been telling us to conserve. We have. And so we're going to continue to do our part. We hope that our neighboring states, Mexico, do their parts also. Because literally there's 7 states that are served by the Colorado River and are a part of this whole water system that flows down into Mexico. So we're doing our part, folks. I hope you do your part. We do live in a desert. Okay, it is what it is. We live in a desert, and so we just do our part to keep going with this stuff. Okay. Anyways, we're going to be back tomorrow. We're about done with the show. I know I didn't get through half our stuff. If you would like to get on our newsletter, okay, folks, because we generally don't get through half of the stories I've got a whole board full of stories here that haven't even gotten to because I talk so much. If you would like to get on our mailing list, and we will actually send you a daily newsletter with all of the stuff that we generally don't get to on the show, send us your contact info at livininvegas.com. That's info@livininvegas.com, and we'll send the stuff to you, plus links to our podcast, our videos, our magazines that we put out, all of that stuff on a daily basis, folks. And then you can do it at your leisure. You can listen to the Livin in Vegas podcast at your leisure. You don't have to rush through things. There's no reason to rush things, right? Anyways, so we will see you again tomorrow, folks, on the Livin in Vegas podcast, where you'll hear us talk about the people, the places, the trends, the events that shape the city of Las Vegas. I'm Sherman Ray. We'll see you again tomorrow.